one of the songs that Andover Drive we're going to do.
I took her out
before you quit the band, before it even started. We'll get to that coming up on the Bill and Joe Show.
I'm surprised you even know it was a song.
I wouldn't say that I know the song. I mean, I don't know certainly all the lyrics, but it's definitely in my wheelhouse. I can do the nasally singing. I can do that.
Yeah.
If I can do Bush, I can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, you just have to sound slightly, how should I say it politically correct?
Pussy?
Wimpy? I was thinking more along the handicapped.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, like mentally slow?
You know what I mean?
You know, every impressionist has their way of getting there, you know, and if that's how you see it, then if that works for you.
It is. I mean, it's in the same way that whenever we covered Bush.
Yeah.
For those of you that remember that band, Gavin Rossdale, I had to approach every time we sang one of those songs as if I had to rattle my throat to get anywhere near, because you can't sing, got a machine head, it's better than the rest.
Yeah.
You can't put a Goo Goo Doll or Matchbox 20 swing on Bush. You gotta add some balls to your voice. But
yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. Tracy's not here this week. She is under the weather. Speaking of the band, I understand why you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's a huge commitment. I totally get that.
It's not even just like, hey, we got to rehearse once a week. It's like you got to spend hours a day learning the songs.
Sure.
So that you're ready to rehearse.
Well, you remember the show that we did May 2nd of last year.
Yeah.
And how many rehearsals we had for an acoustic set.
Yeah.
Let alone with other bandmates. That was just you and me.
And I was using like notes, tabs in front of me on a music stand. So all I had to do was learn the song, and then I didn't have to memorize it. I just had to.
And yeah, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that guy in a band at a bar that has to constantly be switching papers. Even though, as long as I can remember you always had that.
No, I never did it back in the garage days.
You mean when Andover Drive was playing at Maxim? Or what was the name of that bar?
Well, that's when I started. That was the very first time I ever did it.
Okay. All right, so I'm not remembering incorrectly.
So like Seven Rivers, Inhale, those days I didn't. Those days I committed it to memory. But I was a kid. Well, what your memory was sharper back then? No,
are you admitting to dementia or something?
I could sit and play the same song 20 times in a row and be like, nailed it. I got it. I'm ready. Now if I did it 20 times in a row, I never want to hear that song again.
Okay. All right. I see it.
It's hard to... And it's easier for me to also say, like, I've been playing this... I've been at this a while. I've been playing guitar for a while.
You have?
I got it.
You can get it.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's kind of what I brought up. Aaron Radmaker. You can find him on Facebook, Steady in Time. He's an incredible drum instructor. What I was talking to him about when I kind of came up with this idea, because I want to get back into it, is it was a really good creative outlet for me.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to make albums or sell them to, movies or video games or anything like that. I just want to have some fun, have a couple of beers with some friends, and I'm telling him about it, and he's like, fuck it, man, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, he didn't say fuck it. I take that back. Aaron's a very Christian.
He's a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy.
He would never speak that way in public.
He said, well, yeah,
what the hey?
What the hey? Let's do it. And he was like, now, I mean, what are we going to do about rehearsals? I mean, your place, we can't have rehearsals in. And, and I was like, Joe's got a garage. I'm sure him and the missus won't mind. He's also got a basement. I mean, we got this on lock. And he's like, okay, are you sure? And I was like, I'm pretty sure.
That's funny. Because even if I were like, hell yeah, I got plenty of time, let's do it.
Oh, can we borrow your house?
Oh, I don't know if Jenny would.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
I'm not sure the missus would be into that.
That's not going to work. But, so he was like, So I told him that after I got ahead of myself. I told him that after I was like, well, I don't think any of us really need to rehearse together. He's like, come again.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I think like if I just send you guys MP3s of the songs, we're all professional enough that we should be able to learn them and then show up at a show and play them.
Yeah.
Just as if we were alone. We don't need to do that. Maybe Skype sessions.
Skype
just for communication.
The delay. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you're playing already. Yeah, you counted it off.
What? Hey, I can't hear you guys.
All right, so check this out. When I go, dun, 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 you want to go, you got that? Oh, I'm sorry, man, you cut out.
You broke up there. I don't know. I was naive, I suppose, in thinking that, but no, I want to get back into it. I am disappointed that you can't, but I understand. I mean, you were the cornerstone of Andover Drive that I wanted.
Yeah.
God, it must be nice hearing somebody talk to you like this. Like, you're all I wanted. Anyway.
I should go on some job interviews. This feels great.
Right. You're hired. So when you were playing, because I also understand that you had a Sunday morning kind of band.
Yeah.
Not a worship band, not like a church Sunday morning.
Right.
But like you and a couple other buddies would get together every Sunday morning, get together and jam.
Yeah, we get together at like 9 in the morning.
Did you guys ever play out?
No.
No shows?
We did. We were invited to do like intermission for my cousin's band.
Oh, okay.
So his band would be like, hey, why don't you guys, when we take break, why don't you come up and do like
just play on a shit
3 or 5 songs?
Yeah.
And we did that like once or twice.
Okay.
And that was fun. But our drummer at the time was like, I have no interest of playing out. Like, I don't
in front of people.
Well, he's like, I don't have time.
Okay.
I can't go be out till 4 a.m.
Okay.
I got 2 young kids. Dad's got to be able to get up with them on Saturday and Sunday because that's the only time he sees them.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, well, that's cool. So we won't play out. So it was basically, so we weren't going to learn songs that mattered to the audience. It was literally like, what song do you want to learn?
What song do you already know?
That too.
and
it was like, yeah, let's just jam for the fun of it. And then it kind of flip-flopped because then they had another buddy they worked with who played bass, and he's like, yeah, why don't I join? And then I went back to guitar because I was playing bass in this band.
Well, you are a hell of a bass player.
So then
God, I can't stop complimenting you. What the fuck?
So then I go back to guitar in this band. Now I'm playing guitar, and I'm like, man, this is fun. I haven't played guitar in so long.
Right.
And I missed it. And then I don't have time. Like, guys, I don't have time to spend all time rehearsing, do all this stuff. And now the drummer's like, come on, when are we going to play a show?
You had all the time in the world as a bass player because bass is so easy. But once you switch to guitar, guys, I can't handle this workload. Whoa, easy. Because we both know that playing bass is not as easy. You know, people think it has less strings. You only move one finger. It's easier. Is that true in your opinion? Because
no,
not in mine at all.
I think it's hard.
It's difficult because you have to work so closely with the drummer. Yeah. Whereas rhythm guitar, you can kind of vary what you do.
Rhythm guitar, you're laying things on top of it. You're just a textured layer, and then the bass though is like the bottom end. You got to it's the ground foundation with the drums, and plus it doesn't necessarily just play what the guitar's playing.
Right.
So you can't just because you know it on guitar doesn't mean you can like
right.
You know,
it's completely different.
Yeah, you got all these fills, you got all these things going on.
But okay, so then when you switched to guitar, you ran out of time, and the drummer was like, "Let's go play."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was all because we get together like every other Sunday for like 2 hours for fun because everybody has kids, and it was like, yeah, we could do Sunday morning. We'll skip church.
It's 9 in the morning.
9 in the morning.
Oh.
And
I can't think of one thing I would rather not do than
and I'm handling like the majority of the songs lead vocally as well.
Oh.
So to sit there at 9 in the morning on a Sunday, and I'm a drinker, so I'm up late.
So Saturday night, yeah.
Right. So Sunday morning comes, I'm printing off lyric sheets because I didn't make the time the night before, and I'm running late. I'm getting a coffee, and I'm all flimmy because of the coffee. And I was just like, "You guys ready to rock?"
I don't know, man. Like, so my vision for this, and Aaron, bless his heart, I had to break the news to him. You and a good buddy of, not a good buddy, I guess I wouldn't say, but Bud Duberville, or whatever.
Okay.
Do you remember Bud?
I don't know.
From the early days of the show?
Oh,
He's an older guy with a big white beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot his stage name.
I reached out to him and I reached out to you, and you both were like, I don't have the
Bud's not going to do it?
I don't have the time.
I would have thought he would have jumped at the chance.
No.
Because he was always dying to play.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of dynamics that go into me in his relationship, since his wife is best friends with my ex-wife's mom.
Oh.
So I don't think it would be...
So did he lose you in the divorce?
Yes, he did. I mean, we still talk time to time, but yeah, I mean, not like we used to. I mean, like you knew.
He's not going to join a band.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
He can't do that. That would be blasphemy,
right?
I guess, to
it's one
him
thing
and
to
his friends.
To see at the bank and have a 2-minute conversation.
Sure.
It's another thing to have a ritual where you get together and jam.
And invest, and then go out drinking and playing music together.
Right.
Having a good time. And, that's not his wife's scene, is going out and supporting her husband. But, anyway, so I think that played more into it than, damn, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, let's do it. But he did throw me out, I guess, an olive branch, and said that his office that he's working at has a couple of nice leather chairs that they're trying to get rid of, and asked me if I would like one. So it was very nice of him.
I thought you were going to say office space that you could rehearse in.
No, just chairs that they're throwing away unless somebody picks them up by Wednesday.
They've got some garbage for you to pick up.
Yep. And they are nice chairs. I got to give them that. But so my vision of this of Andover Drive 2. Yeah. Which, by the way, would you mind making us a logo?
Is that the name? Andover Drive.
Andover Drive, not 2.
2 also?
No, not Andover Drive 2. No.
Andover Drive 2?
No. No, just Andover Drive.
Drive 2.
But I remember when we were in the first Andover Drive, we had a couple of concepts, but we never actually got it. Like the O in Andover would be like a speedometer. I mean, we had a lot of ideas that we kicked around at rehearsl.
Well, you gotta get all the bad ideas out of the way first,
right?
Before the good one comes out.
What does it say? Like, or like a gas tank, maybe. It says no fun, and then there's fun way over here, and it's full. It's over full. It's broken out of the. It shattered.
Yeah.
It hit that little nipple
funometer.
Yeah, and it just broke because Andover Drive, we have so much fun.
Hey, welcome to Andover Drive for a show. I don't know why I sound like Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
I was trying to do your Blink 182 voice. Turn on my TV. Hey, welcome to Blink. Welcome to Andover Drive's first show.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. Very nice. So my vision: you on guitar, Bud on keyboards,
keys. Yeah,
I got Aaron behind the drums. I didn't know of a guitarist, and maybe you can help me out with this. And Aaron was like, we're talking, and he's like, "Well, what about that one gentleman that you played with?" And he named him, and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of want to just run shit here, and I want to market us. I'm good at social media marketing. Joe's great at graphic design. Outside of the realm of what we would be doing on stage." And I feel like if he were to come on board, it would kind of change the dynamic of where I really want to go with this. Would you agree with me there? Or should I reach out to him?
No, I don't think that would work.
No.
You guys
it wouldn't. We're just not compatible. And we never have been. Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know if that's true. I mean,
outside of